Blessing you. Awakening People message for today is the Arcturian group, peace, consciousness. So open your soul, take a deep breath, close your eyes and believe in yourself. Welcome another time to our message. We are terribly happy to envision so many of you starting to unleash concern and get into your true nature as sons and daughters of truth, instead of continuing to live as persons at the mercy of each three-dimensional construct and believe still resonating in three-dimensional collective consciousness. You are evolving more quietly as intense high-frequency energies increase. These higher dimensional energies you are evolving more quietly as intense high-frequency energies increase. These higher dimensional energies are inflicting people who don't perceive what's happening to criticize with concern and panic in an effort to come back, changing physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual issues back to the status that they are aware of. Change is occurring and you are aiming to witness it become progressively more intense. Heart and the alternative components are Gaia's tools for clearing recent indent energy. Understand that the numerous pricey, once full of these items, had now volunteered to travel through this not consciously. Pre-birth heart could be a powerful tool for clearing recent energy, permitting and often even forcing someone to look at their belief system with new eyes. Those who have command group enslaved for once are being exposed. These people return to an awfully long time, continued to operate and commission to self as power over. From generation to generation, the energy of the collective is turning into too bright and high for them to continue as they continually have. It's a replacement time, pricey ones. Hold to your center at all times and all circumstances, despite outer appearances. I understand that a lot of it that you just don't seem to be nevertheless awake to. All is as it ought to be. We would like to talk regarding personal peace, the peace that may solely arise from wherever it exists within, a peace that expresses consciously and unconsciously through words and actions that mirror oneness. You are all awake to those who live normal lives from a consciousness of unity and nevertheless who never even think about it in terms of spiritually or unconditional love. It's merely who they are. Peace consciousness is earned through living, learning, and experiences in several lifetimes. This is often why people who mechanically live from unconditional love are often spoken as old souls, are as of nevertheless unaware of the upper dimensions. This can be because three-dimensional energy cannot align with the upper frequencies. This can be why several stay stuck and don't travel once death, because they still align solely with third-dimensional energy. They remain connected to acquainted folks, places, and things, are unable to envision their guides in people waiting to help them into a consecutive part of their journey. Once a definite level of spiritual awareness is earned and becomes a state of consciousness, the person will never revert back to their previous or outgrown state. Several on earth are now incarnated, having already earned a very evolved state of consciousness. They seem to be living normal lives and may be found quietly serving the ascension method in normal ways under all the professional and belief systems. Three-dimensional solution for peace between people are continually birthed from ideas of separation. Globally tries for peace, conjointly based in separation, have the other components of power over and force through all should be acceptable. The energetic clearings happening at now in person and globally are necessary as a result of the dense reverberating energy the planet has continually known will never align with the peace and adore it seeks. Problem relations to be resolved and cleared are regressed once again for several. Energy clears in layers as a person is spiritually ready to do the work. This can be very true with intense and long buried cellular memories. If a problem with some person, place, or factor has reappeared in your life, it indicates that you just are currently prepared for its next and frequently final clearing. See it as a graduation, not a failure. Karmic things between people begins once negative experiences, either from way back to this day, alive and well in cellular memory. This energy is then carried by each thought several lifetimes and becomes what's fate. Fate isn't a social control, as a numerous belief, however, is just an energy imbalance needing to be cleared or brought into alignment. The conceive to bring peace and resolution to some downside relationship from a better level is commonly met with resistance from the opposite, or others preferring continue to live with victim consciousness. If this happens, don't align with the other's lower reverberating energy is an effort to satisfy them at their level of awareness, for this merely feeds and prolongs energy that will return several lifetimes. This doesn't mean you can't speak to them at their level of understanding, however, means that you do not align your energy with theirs. This can be spiritual management. If peaceful resolution isn't potential as a result of the opposite merely refuses, it is done without them. A spiritually aware individual will clear an existing karmic state of affairs, while not the permission of cooperating of the opposite who isn't willing or prepared. This can be however you are doing that. Set aside a particular time after you won't be interrupted. Center, meditate, clear your energy field, and firmly state your intention. Use your own words as a result of your intention. Build it as long and comprehensive as you would like. Mutely acknowledge the opposite person's lightweight as a divine being, despite the fact able to understand something regarding this. Visualize the truth of them as pure light. After you do that, you are acknowledging their true nature and not the elusive sense of them you've got come back to grasp. Remove any and everyone energy calls to the person. Raise your guides for help if you would like. Visualize your hands as light getting into the coelic plexus space and removing, and everyone calls in their roots. You'll or might not become awake to a procreated and extremely recent twine. Merely permit the method, and once it feels complete, fondly handle the twine back to the opposite and fill the empty area with golden white light weight. You are currently able to let it go and travel. You may be able to let it go and travel. You may presently discover that more interactions with this person don't seem to be thus exhausting or tough as they once were. As a result of you may not be carrying this dense energetic burden. If the opposite continues to haunt negative interaction, don't be afraid to talk your truth from it, an area of spiritual management, and take away them from your life, knowing that if you indulge the case once more at its original recent energetic level, you another time produce energetic cause and fate. For amount of your time, the mind can still cue you of recent hurts as a result of its trying to assist you, however is doing it from levels you've got since out, as a friend walking by your facet who attempting to assist you from an incomplete level of understanding. Mind mechanically reprograms as someone spiritually evolved as a result of mind attracts, form informs the outer form the person's state of consciousness. Because like attracts like, one continually seeking to be whole. Thoughts and beliefs floating around within the collective that are in alignment together with your energy are going to be drawn to you. These thoughts are impersonal and never become yours until you settle from and claim them as yours. Everybody still carries a touch of recent energy which will act to draw in similar energy from the collective. Your job isn't to panic in coming resistance. Once some unwanted thought floats through, however, rather to easily recognize it as being impersonal, which somehow you attracted it. Replace the thought with the reality to regarding no matter it represents, and examine your belief system, because there is no inexplicit consciousness. Even the small hidden bits can still categorize till cleared. Example: a hypochondriac can extract all styles of random and personal thoughts and beliefs regarding sickness after they claim some or maybe specialize in one, especially they firmly establish it as their state of consciousness, typically making the sickness for themselves, whereas adding more energy and power to their already established consciousness of sickness. Never resist negative thoughts after they come back floating through, and they will. As a result of that soul provides them an influence in substance they are going not have, merely acknowledge them for what they are. Sooner or later, you understand that you just are not any longer attracting many already acquainted thoughts and concepts. Karma isn't continually between folks, however, is regarding the necessity to move beyond a recent belief system that has ruled throughout several lifetimes. For example, if someone has lived several lifetimes powerfully connected to the teaching of a specific faith and pre-birth realizes that they are spiritually able to move on the far side, to incarnate into a family that holds those self-same beliefs, so as to reactivate them another time. Currently, sufficiently ready to envision the recent belief system from the amount of a more delicate consciousness, he or she is in a position to unleash the energetic ties in travel. Always understand that real and lasting peace could be a state of consciousness that can be non-inheritable through effort and actions from outside of self-thought. At now, some human footsteps stay necessarily, continually keep in mind that real peace is already totally gift at intervals and sundry, whatever or not they are awake to it. Peace is that the natural crop of a consciousness that it is just one. Claim the infinite peace that lives in, and as you simply awaiting recognition, that which is able to never leave nor leave you, that you are.